Good morning, children. Let us begin with Standard 4 EVS, Chapter 7 From the Window, Part 1. This seventh lesson is the continuation of Chapter 6, that was Omana's journey. Omana had started her journey from Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and they were going to Kerala to her grandmother's place. She was going to travel with her friend Radha, but Radha, she fell down from her bicycle and fractured her right leg and she could not go. So Radha's mother gave Omana an idea that she could write about her journey in her diary so that when she would come back, Radha could read whatever she had done in her journey. So she had written everything what she experienced on the day 16th when she started her journey. That was 16th May. Now this chapter, the 7th chapter, is about the 17th of May. Whatever she experiences about her journey on the 17th of May, she continues to write in her diary. So now let us start with chapter 7. So her journey starts on the 17th of May, the next day, and it is 7:30 in the morning. Now let us start reading. It is morning now. Last night I went to sleep early. It was too dark to see anything outside. When the train stopped early this morning, I woke up. It was Madgaon. That was written on the board at the platform. Appa said that we were going through the state of Goa. Now Omana started her journey on the 16th of May and this is 17th of May. In the morning when she got up, she saw that they had reached the station Madgaon. Now this was written on the platform board and her father told her that now they were passing through the state of Goa. We got off at the station and had some hot tea and filled our water bottles. The train started again. I find it difficult to describe the scene outside. It is so beautiful. It is green everywhere, fields with red soil, green crops, and hills covered with trees. It was the station of Madgaon and it was passing through the state of Goa. So the train had stopped at that station and so they got down and they had a cup of hot tea and they filled their water bottles and again the train started. So now the scenery in the morning was very beautiful and she could not find any words how to describe and write it in her diary. The scenery was beautiful. It was everywhere, it was green. The fields were all green with red soil and there were green crops growing and the beautiful hills were all covered with trees. So she found some difference on the 16th when she passed from Ahmedabad. She had said that when she was looking out through the window she saw that everything was brown and dry. But now on the next day when they were passing through Goa, she found that everything was green around and the fields were looking beautiful and all the hills were covered with trees. Sometimes I can see small ponds and far away behind the hills more water. I can't make out if it is a river or the sea. The air is cooler and not so dry as in Ahmedabad. The train passed a level crossing. People are waiting on both the sides of the crossing for the train to pass. There are buses full of people, cars, trucks, auto rickshaws, cycles, and motorcycles. So, as she was passing the state of Goa, she found that everything was green and there were trees everywhere on the hill. She could also see some uh, water bodies like ponds and seas far behind the hills. And she wrote that the air was a little more cooler and not as dry as that in Ahmedabad. Then she experienced that her train was passing through a level crossing where the traffic is stopped for the train to pass. So she found that there were many people waiting for the train to pass. There were trucks and buses full of passengers, scooters and cars and auto rickshaws and cycles that were waiting for the train to pass. There were also scooters and even tongas and bullock carts with people and goods in them. Some people do not switch off the engines of their vehicles even while waiting. There is a lot of smoke and noise. I see some people going under the bars of the level crossing. How dangerous this is! At times, our train crosses another train. Unni and I tried to count the carriages in one such train, but both the trains were going so fast. We always got confused. So Omana was talking about that railway fatak that we come across, that is called the level crossing. So she saw many vehicles over there. She also saw tongas and bullock carts with people and goods. And she says that when the vehicles are waiting for the train to cross at a level crossing, these vehicles, they don't stop their engines. So certain engines give out a lot of smoke and make a lot of noise. And she also saw that certain people, they were not waiting for the train to cross, and they were crossing from the under the bars of the level crossing, which is very dangerous. And Omana also writes that sometimes when the train was passing fast, another train was on the opposite side passing through the way. So she and her sister used to try to count the carriages of that moving train, but as they were in the opposite directions and they were very fast, it was very difficult and confusing for them to count the number of carriages in that train. So there's one question: what was the difference in the scene that Omana saw from the train on the first day and on the second day? So as I just described, on the first day she had just left from her hometown that was in Ahmedabad, and on the second day she had reached the state of Goa, and that was Madgaon. So now she found the difference that in Ahmedabad it was dry and brown, and in the state of Goa it was quite green. So here is your answer. So on the first day, Omana boarded the train from her hometown Ahmedabad. There the weather was hot and dry. On the second day morning, she was at Madgaon, passing through the state of Goa. There the weather was cool and pleasant, and she saw green fields and hills covered with trees. So here we have few more questions. So let us read them and answer these questions. So your next question is: Omana saw many kinds of vehicles at the level crossing. Which of them run on diesel or petrol? Now among the vehicles that Omana saw were buses, trucks and a few cars which run on diesel. Buses and trucks mostly run on diesel, and there are few cars. While scooters, some certain cars and motorcycle, they run on petrol. Your next question was: why was there so much smoke and noise from the vehicles at the level crossing? Some people must have not switched off their engines of their vehicles. As a result, there was a lot of smoke and noise. Now, what can we do to reduce the noise of the vehicles and save petrol and diesel? We need to discuss. So this is the same answer, that we can switch off the engines of our vehicles when we are at a signal or a railway crossing or a level crossing, to reduce the noise and save petrol and diesel. Now this is on the same day, that is 17th of May, and the time is around 8:30. Now sometimes people cross the tracks even when the crossing is closed. What do you feel about it? So it is very dangerous, because sometimes suddenly the train arrives at the crossing and we can lose our lives. So it is very dangerous. Later, I was sitting near the window with my eyes closed. Suddenly, the sound of the moving train changed. Khud 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 khud, khud 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 khud. I opened my eyes. Guess what I saw? Our train was crossing a very big river on a very long bridge. As it was crossing the bridge, it sounded very different. The wheels rattled as there was no ground, only the tracks and the water down below. When I looked down, I felt giddy. It was really quite scary. The river down below was full of water and had some boats. Now, after an hour, she was quite just closed her eyes and she was looking out through the window. She was sitting at the window, but her eyes were closed. And suddenly, the sound of the train that was running, it changed. And suddenly she opened, and what did she find? That the train was passing through a river. It was on a bridge. A bridge was constructed on the river, and the sound of the train running, it sounded little different to her, and it was quite surprising for her. And she saw that the train was passing through a bridge and there was a river full of water below the tracks, and she found it quite scary. And she also saw few boats in that river. I could also see some fishermen on the banks. I waved at them, but I did not know if they could see me. Alongside our bridge, there was another bridge for buses and cars. This was built differently from ours. I think going over our bridge was more adventurous. So as Omana's train was passing over a bridge, over a river on a bridge, she saw some boats, and she also saw few fishermen on the bank of the river. She was so excited that she waved at them, but the fishermen could not see her in that moving train. Now, there was a bridge for the train to pass, and there was another bridge on the opposite side for the vehicles to move. So both the bridges were constructed in a different manner, and she found that moving on this bridge made for the train was more exciting and adventurous than passing over the bridge made for the other vehicles, that was the four-wheelers. So here there are a few more textual questions, so let us read them and answer these questions. Your first question is, have you ever seen any bridges where? So yes, I have seen several bridges while going to Delhi or Bombay or Chennai by train. So have you ever crossed a bridge? Where? Yes, I have crossed many bridges. There comes a bridge over the river Ganga at Allahabad, or there's a bridge when we pass through Narmada, sometimes Tapi. So there are many bridges over the different rivers. What was the bridge built over? So the bridge was built over river Ganga, that was in Allahabad, and all these different rivers when we cross to different states. What did you see below the bridge? I saw water and some boats below the bridge. Find out why bridges are made. Why are bridges made? Bridges are made for people and vehicle to cross the river. That is why bridges are made. So this is the second day of Omana's journey, that is 17th of May, and it is 11:30 in the morning. Now last few hours have been so exciting. After breakfast, I climbed up onto the upper berth to read some comics. It was bright and sunny outside. Suddenly, everything became dark. It also felt a little cold inside. I was afraid. Then the lights in the train came on. But outside, it was very dark. Somebody said, we have entered a tunnel. This goes right through the mountain. The tunnel seemed to go on and on. And then, just as suddenly, we were in daylight again. Outside it was sunny, bright and green. The train had crossed the tunnel. Appa explained that we were on the other side of the mountain. Since then, we have passed through 4 smaller tunnels. Now, I am enjoying going through the tunnels. So Omana found her journey from on the 17th from 8:30 to 11:30. She found that her journey was very exciting. Now, after some time, she climbed on the upper berth to read few comics. Now, suddenly when she was reading, she found that it became dark in the train. And she also felt a little cooler. So now when it was dark, so the lights were put on in the compartment, and someone said in the compartment that they were passing through a tunnel, and that was right through the mountain. So suddenly after some time, again it became light, and the sunlight was found again by her. So what did she understand? That the train had already passed through the tunnel. And after that, Omana's father explained to them that the train was passing through the tunnel means the train passes from one end of the mountain to the another. So a tunnel is made through the mountains. The mountains are cut and a space is made through the mountains. A long tunnel is made from that mountain so that we can move from one place to the another. And in a short time, they passed through many other such 4 or 5 more other smaller tunnels, and she was enjoying this journey of passing through the tunnels. So see, I'm sharing a picture with you. This is a picture of a tunnel. You can see how dark it is inside, and at the other end you can see again there is light. So when we pass through the tunnel, it is very, very much dark. And now when we reach to the other end, after passing, you can see the railway track. And when the train passes through that tunnel, which is very dark, you find a very bright light on the other side. I'm sure you all must have experienced this from passing through the tunnel when you'll go to a journey through a train. Appa explained that we were on the other side of the mountain. Since then, we have passed through 4 smaller tunnels. Now I am enjoying going through the tunnels. So on the journey, there were many tunnels on the way, and now Omana was enjoying passing through the tunnels. And Appa also explained to them that they were passing from one end of the mountain to the other by passing through these tunnels. Again, a few more questions. So let us read these questions and answer them. First question is, have you ever been through a tunnel? How did you feel? So yes, been through a tunnel. I used to feel a little nervous, but now I know it is all safe. Your next question, the route from Goa to Kerala has a total of 2,000 bridges and 92 tunnels. Why do you think there are so many bridges and tunnels on this route? So there are so many bridges and tunnels on this route because the train has to pass through sea coast and many other water bodies and hills when it is passing from Goa to Kerala. Now it is afternoon. For lunch we had idli vada that we had brought from Udupi station. We also bought some bananas. These were very small and very tasty. The scene outside has changed again. Now we see many coconut trees and green fields everywhere. Appa says that these are paddy fields. The houses and villages look very different. People's clothes are also different from that what we see in Ahmedabad. Most people are wearing white or cream colored dhotis and saris. Many people who were with us from Ahmedabad have got off. People have also got on the train from different stations. Sunil's family is getting off at Kozhikode, which comes at around 6 o'clock. We have exchanged addresses and plan to meet in Ahmedabad. You will also like Sunil and Anne. So now this is the same day of the journey, that is 17th May, and it is all afternoon, and that is 12:15. So now they are having their lunch. Omana and her family. So they had idli vara that they had bought from one station called Udupi. They had also bought some bananas, and those bananas were quite different from the ones that they used to buy in Ahmedabad. So as the states are changing, the weather is also changing, the greenery is also changing, and different types of crops are grown in different types of states. Now Goa and Kerala, they are almost on a sea coast, so the banana plantation is more, and different types of banana trees are grown there. So the fruit, that is banana, is also in different varieties. So Omana finds it quite different. She says that the fruits were very small and they were very tasty. The taste was very good. The state was changing, the greenery was changing, and she could see different houses, different people, and their wearing sense of clothes was also different from that of people in Ahmedabad. She found that mostly the people were dressed in white and cream colored dhotis and saris. Now there were many people who aboarded the train from Ahmedabad, were getting down at different stations, and there were other people who were getting into their train. Now from Ahmedabad, she also had another family which was on the opposite berth, and they had to get down at Kozhikode, and they also had two children called that Sunil and Anne, and this station would arrive at 6 o'clock. So Omana had made friends with Sunil and Anne, and they had exchanged their addresses because they both were staying in Ahmedabad, and they had decided and they had planned that when they reach Ahmedabad they would meet. And she was writing all this in her diary, and she's talking to Radha that even she would be very happy to meet Sunil and Anne. A few more questions. Let us answer them together. So which languages do you speak at home? So we live in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, Palanpur. So which language do you speak at home? So some speak Hindi, some speak Gujarati, and some also know English and they speak at home these languages. Now on the way from Gujarat to Kerala, Omana's train went through several states of our country. Now find out which and write the names of the states which it crossed. So the train crossed through Maharashtra, then Goa and Karnataka, and then it reaches Kerala. So while going from Ahmedabad to Kerala, we need to pass through these states. The next question, did you ever have coconut water? How did you find it? Yes, I have had coconut water, and it is quite sweet. Now find out in which state these languages are spoken. So our train passes through many states if we are going from Ahmedabad to Kerala. So different states have different languages. So the name of the languages are given and we have to write the states. So come on children, let us write the states. So Malayalam language is spoken in Kerala. Konkani is spoken in Goa. Marathi is spoken in Maharashtra. Gujarati, we all know it is spoken in Gujarat. And Kannada is spoken in Karnataka. Now it is night. We have all started packing up. The train will reach Kottayam in about 3 hours. That is where we have to get off. Tonight, we will go to Valiyamma's house. Tomorrow, we will take the bus that will take us to Ammumma's village. We all are quite tired. After all, we have been on the train for 2 days. What a long journey it has been. We had a lot of fun. I will put on my diary away now. I will write again after we reach Ammu Amma's house. So now this is the same day, 17th May, and now it is night and it is 9:30. So now Omana says that they've started packing their luggage which they have taken because they were going to reach the Kottayam station in 3 hours, and that was the station where they have to get down. So it would be around 12 o'clock, 12:30 when they would reach there. So they would go to their Valiyamma's house and stay the night, and the next day they would take a bus and go to their grandmother's village. Now they are very tired because they are on the train for at least two or 3 days. So she finds that this journey was very long, but she had a lot of fun in this journey. And she says, writing in the diary to Radha, that now she's keeping away her diary, and she would write starting again in that diary when she would reach to her grandmother's house. So as we saw that there are different languages in different states, certain words for your family members that we call are also different. So what are those words and what are they called in different states? Let us write them. So your mother's sister, normally we call her a Masi or Mosi, or in other language in the south they call Chitti. Then your mother's mother, we call her Nani, but in the south they call their grandmother Pati. Now Pati is not that Pati, Pati. Your father's sister we call a Bua, or they call Athai. And your father's mother we call Dadi. The same they call for Nani also, and for Dadi also, that is Pati. So these are the different words in different languages of the different states. So dear children, I hope you have understood this lesson 7. So the homework for you is that you need to write these textual answers, whether place is provided in the textbook, so you write it in your textbook itself. And you need to read this lesson at least once or twice. So thank you and have a very nice day.